Hi, thanks for joining me today. Today we'll begin to work on the hip flexors. It's like this front portion of the hip right here. We're doing a lot of stretches focusing on that area. And yeah, we'll begin in a child's pose and move along from there. Child's pose begins, big toes come together, the knees sit wide apart, our torso comes down and falls between the legs. As you stretch the arms forward and reach long upon the mat, we allow our spine to remain long and strong as our hips curl down towards our heels. Once you find yourself in position, begin to acknowledge the breath and the presence of being. Allow the blood to move freely and fluidly. Allow the breath to move smoothly. The heart's beating fairly quickly. Begin to slow it down with that momentum of breath. Allow the breath to soothe you, overcoming any anxieties, any fears. As we let go of anything that has been bothering us today, we allow ourselves to surrender. Surrendering to the moment and to the present. Releasing control. Let's come up, tabletop position, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Plant left hand center of the mat, right hand reaches up towards sky. Gentle twist here, reaching long through the spine. Switching sides, right hand center of the mat, left hand towards sky. Coming back, tabletop. Curl toes under, lift knees, we come into plank pose. Hold for a moment, strengthen the hands, strengthen the shoulders. Begin to lower yourself slowly down, activating the arms, activating the legs. And as we reach the ground, untuck the toes, plant hands on the outsides of the mat. Lift the elbows towards the sky. Activate the legs, lifting knees up off mat as the tops of the toes press into the ground. As we roll our chest forward, our heart reaches forward, activating the glutes. And then we roll ourselves slightly up through the press of the palms. Remember, we're activating the entire back side of the body, so our heart is reaching forward. Our shoulders are opening up and our glutes are engaged. Tops of the feet are continuously pressing into the mat. This is a very active posture. We begin to release that. Hands stay where they're at. We'll come up couple times. We'll do this 3 more times. Remember to maintain breath control. So pressing into palms, pressing into tops of the feet. We lift our heart forward, drawing it up and towards the front of the mat. And then dropping down. Lifting up. And dropping down. Notice how the entire spine is engaged. Lifting up, we activate lower spine, middle spine, upper spine. Drawing the heart forward, pressing the tops of the feet down, and lower down. Last time, press down, lift up, reach forward. Then bring the chest down. We plant our hands outside the rib cage, curl toes coming up, plank pose. Hold for a moment, and then downward facing dog. Feel how we reversed that stretch by lifting the hips. Now working into the lower half of our body. Let's begin to warm up the arms. Keep feet stationary. From downward facing dog, we'll seek breath with movement, moving from plank to down dog, back to plank. So inhale, lift hips high. Exhale, roll forward, plank pose. Inhale, lift hips back, down dog. Exhale, forward, plank pose. Inhale, back, down dog. Exhale, plank pose. Downward dog. Plank pose. Downward dog. Find a rhythm. Find that moment of presence. Releasing any effort of the things that are going on off the mat. Surrendering to the now. Plank pose, we roll over, left knife edge of the left foot. We reach right arm up, side plank. You could always drop the left knee, assisted side plank if that left hand, the left wrist is getting kind of sore. Then reach right arm up and overhead. Switching sides, come back, plank pose. Roll over, knife edge, right foot, side plank, right side. Reach left hand up and overhead. Find the simplicity of being in the moment. And notice how things will change. They always do change around you. Allow it to unfold. Left hand goes down. Plank pose. Take a breath, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Come up, cobra pose. Press in tops of the feet, reach hard forward. Drop hips back, child's pose. Right where we started. Find that tranquility of being. Coming back up, tabletop position. Curl toes under, we lift hips, downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward, coming into low lunge, drop right knee down. Find length from right knee up, out of spine, and through crown of head. Reach right arm towards the sky. Then begin to notice that right hip flexor. We're not leaning forward too much, but we're actually going straight up and down, reaching higher through that right side. If you want to add a twist, we can bring right hand to left knee. Begin to open the left hand out to the back side of the mat. So often we can find ourselves controlling things, attempting to make our lives better than it is. And we so often, in doing so, can neglect the fact that life itself often grows for us, giving us pleasures that have always been there, just a matter of acknowledging that they're present. Just reach your hands back up to the sky. Right toes are curled under. We lift right knee up off mat. Find crescent lunge. It's like a flower. We don't, unless you're watering the flower, I guess you could say. This analogy doesn't work. But in nature, flowers tend to bloom and grow naturally on their own. And it's a subtle pleasure that we get to enjoy. There's no effort on our part. Rather, it just does the work for us. Let's open up, drop right heel, warrior two. And that work that's done for us is almost like a surrender to that work. It's removing the stress and anxiety of having to obtain things for our own self. By acknowledging the flower, we allow ourselves to allow things to grow for us. Straighten out left leg. Reach left hand out. We fold from that left hip crease. We're coming into Trikonasana triangle pose. You can take a hold of the shin. You can take a hold of the foot. Put your hand on a block or take a hold of the toes. If you're taking hold of the toes, we begin to create a pulling sensation with that left hand as with the left hip reaches up. Crown of the head reaches long. The torso should almost attempt to spring back up into warrior two, but that grip of the toes holds you in place. Bend left knee, frame left foot with both hands, step back, plank pose. Take a breath in plank, chaturanga, upward facing, inhale, exhale, down dog. Take a moment to reset the mind, reset the breath. Slow the body down. Flowing now to the other side, we step right foot through, coming into low lunge. Working into that left hip flexor now. We reach down with the left knee. Left hand reaches nice and tall. Stretch up through the torso. If you want to create a twisting sensation, left hand, right knee, open up right hand to the back of the mat. Remember to stay long through that left side of the body as we work into that left hip flexor. It's just that subtle dynamic between control and surrender. By surrendering, you're allowing yourself to be taken care of. Control can seem as if it's what you need to resort to in hopes to obtain self-sufficiency or self-gain, be able to fulfill your own self. It doesn't seem that's the way life works. Rather, fulfillment comes through surrender, allowing yourself to be filled up by a force that is out of your control. Coming back with the hands reaching to the sky. Left toes are tucked under. We lift left knee, crescent lunge. Same thing here, focusing on left hip flexor as the left foot drives back down towards the mat. We reach high and tall through the core of the body, out to the crown of the head, and then pull the hands towards the sky. Remembering the breath is there, we drop left heel, open up warrior two. Tracking right knee with the right foot. Coming back to the breath. We stay focused in the now. We're releasing the things we no longer need to control. Allowing ourselves to be present. Straightening out right leg. Coming into Trikonasana. You could bring that left foot a little closer if that helps. We fold from the right hip crease. Coming down with the right hand to wherever you had it last time. Drawing that right hip crease up towards the sky as the right foot plants strong on the mat. Turning our chest towards the left side of the mat, maybe gazing up past the left hand, stretching long through the spine. Bringing left left hand down, we bend right knee, frame right foot, stepping back, plank pose. Take a breath in plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Good work. We're almost done with the practice. Just stay here in the moment. We're going to flow through a couple more poses. Then we'll work our way to the end. Lift hips high. Begin to walk the feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Bend knees, press through feet. Reach to sky. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, palms to heart center. Stay here for a moment. Feel the feet grounded. The crown reaching nice and tall. Steady the breath. Steady the senses. Inhaling, reaching to the sky. Exhale, folding forward. Stepping back, exhaling. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, hips reach high. Exhale, roll forward to plank. Take a breath there. Exhale, lower slowly to the mat. Inhale, reach chest forward, cobra pose. Pressing into the tops of the feet, like we did at the beginning of the practice. From here, we're going to go into bow pose. So we begin to bend the heels towards the glutes. You can stay there, or reach the hands back. Take a hold of the ankles. You can stay here, or begin to press into the hips. Press them down into the mat. Kick back with the feet. And allow the chest to roll forward and up. Activate glutes, draw the heart towards the front of the mat, and lift the heels towards the sky as you kick into the hands. Activating the entire backside of the body. Broaden the shoulders, roll through the spine. A few more steady breaths, we're almost done. Now when we begin to release, gently lower the thighs, and then allow the legs to go back slowly. Plant hands outside the chest. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, reach hips high. Exhale, walk to the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Bend knees, press through feet, reach to sky. Exhale, palms to heart center. Take a moment, breathe. Good work. Coming down to the end of the practice, reaching hands high. Exhale, hips come down to the mat. Bring our hands behind us, fingertips point towards the front of the mat, broaden shoulders, plant feet, scoot hips towards heels, and then open up the chest one last time. Exhale, stay there, and then maybe drop the knees over to the left side of the mat. Right knee should land within the sole of the left foot. As you reach the spine nice and tall, and begin to switch sides. Left knee falls towards the right sole. Straighten out the chest, aim towards the front of the mat, and reach nice and tall with the spine. If the knees don't land on the ground, that is totally okay. Work into wherever it is your body is at. Knees come up towards the sky. Let's reach hands forward towards front of the mat and then begin to gently roll down onto our spine for a final Shavasana. Legs kick out to our sides. Take a large inhale and controlled exhale it all out slowly. Through the nose, a long extended exhale. And then come back to normal breathing. Allow the body to rest, to surrender to the moment of now. Letting go of all those things that could happen, that might be. Trust that in time the flower will bloom. Feel free to stay as long as you'd like, or you can work your way up to a seated position to close out the practice. Thanks for taking the time today to practice today. I pray that you will find yourself surrendered to the moment, releasing control of what may come, allowing yourself to be patient in the process. Namaste.